You know, I've been consuming a lot of different information on like gender roles and whether or not gender roles truly exist and if they should exist. I used to make a joke about allowing women to go to college. It just changed society forever, because now women can make as much money as men, and they no longer need us um, to be the breadwinner and control them in that way. Now, that was a joke, but it did speak to the change in gender roles in society. Because now, when your woman is the breadwinner, the way that you all would interact would likely change. It shouldn't. Like if it's pure love, if it's a pure relationship. But if we're being honest and we're looking at reality as we live it, things do change. Because it's easy to say, "Shut up, get your ass in the kitchen." If that's the only skill set she has, she doesn't have the ability to be employed, and y'all have two, three kids, and you cover all the bills. Yes, it's easier to deal with that BS. But now that she has the ability to be independent, it's like, hey, baby, really like for you to cook that dish I really like. That pasta that you do. Yeah, please, thank you, baby, love you. Right? It just changes the dynamic. And now as we see the rise of toxic femininity. I'm not talking about feminism asking for women to be treated equally in the workplace. I'm not speaking to that. I'm speaking to the actual the independent woman that doesn't need a man for anything or doesn't need anybody for anything. The I'm gonna get this great job. I'm gonna be highly successful, but I'm gonna be extremely lonely. The I love my rose and I don't need no man. Like I'm talking about that, right? And then I'm also speaking to the the attack on masculinity and categorizing everything that's masculine or hyper masculine as toxic. And now some of it's toxic, yes, but all of it isn't. And call me crazy. Look, but everybody's not going to be a great human being, and we need terrible human beings and we need great human beings in our society so we can properly reference and frame, who everybody is and what we accept, right? But I asked the question: do gender roles exist? Because I mean, traditionally, I cook more than my wife does, but traditionally, we say a woman's supposed to cook and stuff, right? Well, that's not what we do. We do what works for us, and then you hear these conversations. Well, they ask men to open up more, right? Hey, men, open up. Be vulnerable. Talk. And then when men talk, bro, you acting like a woman. That's what women do. Well, what do you want? I mean, I know that gender roles are changing and evolving year after year after year, generation after generation after generation, but it's almost getting to the point that men can't be masculine and women can't be feminine. We all got to meet somewhere in the middle. And I don't know if that's the right direction to go in. I think we're getting to a place to where we treat different as negative, right? Like you're different from me. Okay, and yes, I'm different. I'm a different but that doesn't mean I'm more than or less than. Maybe. I may be better at this than you. That's a thing. Like don't let people tell you that like you can't be better at something than other people. I know we want to be accommodating and accepting of everybody, but that's just not reality. Some people aren't good. They're the reason why I'm talking into a microphone in my house and not talking into a microphone at a Fox studio or at a CBS, you know what I mean, or at name that radio station. There's a reason why I talk about sports and I don't play sports, right? Okay. There are people who are better than me at those things and have had the opportunities to capitalize on it. Well, I don't know about better at the microphone stuff, different conversation. But you see the point, right? They're in those seats and they deserve to be there. So that's okay. There's division in society. And I think that this false pursuit of equality is that we're getting so caught up on the result and we're not getting caught up on the opportunity. You know, we're not getting caught up on did you have a chance? Do we give you a fair shot at doing what it is that you want to do? Because guess what? Life's not fair. LeBron James is 6'9". I am 5'11". He had a better chance, obviously, of going to the NBA than I do. You know why? Because life's not fair. And the sooner that we realize life's not fair, the sooner we'll stop talking about these stupid ass gender roles that don't have to exist. Can a man gossip? Yes. Can a woman be a strong leader and head of a household? Yes. Can a man be nurturing and raise his children? Absolutely. Now, are we genetically predisposed to act a certain way? Yes. But it's nature versus nurture. Sometimes you grow up in an environment that shapes you to be a certain way that doesn't go with society's standard for you, whether it's your race, whether it's your gender, and who gives a damn? Does it work for you and yours? Create your own roles. Don't let these people tell you how to live. Do you? And as long as you doing you helps y'all, it doesn't matter.